Good morning, folks, and happy Saturday. It is going to be day 44 working down here at the ranch. It's a beautiful morning, about 78 degrees. Not supposed to get much higher than 87, so should be a great day to get out here and get some work done. I'm going to start back here in this area where I'm planning to put a deer platform, and I'm going to try to get as much of this easy stuff knocked out as I can before I start getting into the trees, into the bigger trees I should say. But I'm hoping to get a majority of this opened up and possibly maybe start working my way that way back towards the camp a little bit. But we're gonna get after it here for a little bit, and then kind of in between I'm going to be weed eating the rest of the back trails, and I think something might have been over there eating out of that corn, so we're going to maybe check the trail cams today too, even though it's only been out here a couple days. But I'm kind of excited to see if something came in there and got into that corn. So day 44, I think I said day 44 right off the bat. If I didn't, I apologize, but it's day 44. Here we go. Well, we've gotten a little bit of this knocked out, a little bit of that easy stuff. I'm starting to work on this little thick brush right here. There's a little hill right here, so I'm not sure why that's there, but it's putting up a little bit of a fight. But I'm hoping I can whittle this down and basically have this whole area opened up, and then kind of start working my way in. But I'm gonna give her a break for just a minute. But she's running good. Everything seems to be going fine. I pushed her kind of hard right there on that hill, and she went right on through it. So here we go. Well, I was going to break that up into two sections, folks, but I got going and I just couldn't stop. It was kind of going through there so smoothly, I didn't want to stop my momentum, but I got a good majority of that stuff out of there. I'll probably come in and clip down a good part of these little trees that are in here, but that worked really well. I'm going to get this stuff carried out to the burn pile. I'm going to do a little bit of weed eating and try to get kind of the trails at least up to this point done, and probably come back here and open up a little bit more of this easy stuff that I can get to without too much of a fight. That was a cluster right there, so I got a lot of that out here. So get the easy stuff while you can, that's what I say. Here we go. Got a good part of this cleared out. Started in over here. I'm trying to keep my phone in the shade, or I'm sorry, trying to keep my camera in the shade. It's getting a little hot. This ground is really rough. So something I was trying to explain yesterday and I didn't do very well. This big stump right here was basically coming, there was one little bitty branch coming off of there, and that's kind of what happened to me the other day when I was over there. So That's why some of these trees, I just gotta clip them. I gotta clip them out, try to clip them down at the ground so they're not in the way. But other than that, it went through that pretty good. So I'm gonna try to get the rest of this little section right here finished off, and maybe come over here, clip the corner, open this up just a little bit more, and then that'll mostly just leave the medium-sized trees that I need to cut out of here. So getting her done. Still pretty nice. Got a little more weed eating to do. Here we go. All right, folks, I got about 90% of these back trails weed-eated up. I got this area as cleaned up today as I'm gonna get it. I'll come in at some point, clean that up. That's a big cluster of trees laying there that are still about half in the ground. I figure we'll go over here, clean up this corner a little bit more, and then clean up that one trail I've been needing to clean up for quite some time now. But still a little bit that needs to be done. But just through those trees right there is the deer feeder, so I'm getting closer to having the rest of this knocked out. Maybe one of the next times I come out, we'll see what happens. But this is starting to clean up pretty good, folks, and I figure we'll work a little bit closer to the main camp, and eventually we'll have all this stuff cleared out and this will all be opened up back here. That's kind of the plan, with plenty of big trees to give me enough shade to have a little cabin or a little patio or something out here that I can hang out on. But we're gonna work on this little area right in here. See if we can clip this corner and get that opened up. So a couple things here. Oh, okay. I don't know how I missed this dude the first time going through, but it had a big web right here, and I went in on this side and must have missed it, and then coming back through I almost ran right into him. But anyway, it looks like he or she's moving out of the way. So here's one of them clusters of trees again that it's like one little bitty tree coming out of it, not very big at all, but there's like 3 or 4 all connected to one big root. That thing about tipped me over. But got this opened up a little bit more. I'm gonna go around to the other side and kind of hammer out the rest of it and see if I can get a good majority of this little corner cleaned up. That's gonna put us down to this one little island left before we get to the big island over there on that side of this other trail. But I'm gonna hit it for another 10-15 minutes, and then we're gonna work this trail a little bit over here. So here we go. All right, so that's pretty well cleared out. I'm gonna have to get in there and clip a bunch of that stuff with my Sawzall at some point in time. It's either too close to the tree or too big to try to run it over, but pretty well got this whole corner, this little spot there it looks like, but other than that, and I'm pretty sure I'm wearing that spider somewhere, but anyway, that is pretty well cleaned up. It's got a little bit more to do. For now, we're gonna go over here, start working this other trail for a minute. All right, folks, my battery is about to die on this camera, so I think I'm going to swap it out. But this trail so far has been pretty rough. There's been a couple of these big trees laid over, and oh, sorry, it was fighting to get through there. There's another big one right here, big old stump. But this thing is oh, I stepped in a hole. That's still got quite a little ways to go to pop out to the other side here, so I'm gonna go change out the battery on this camera here, get me a drink, and then we're gonna try to push on through there and get to the other side, and then I'm gonna weed eat over there up to that trail camera and probably switch out the SIM card. So here we go. All right, so long story shorter, I have about 8% left on my battery here, and I don't have another battery, and I don't have my charger with me. So we're gonna do a quick walk through here and grab these SIM cards. I just swapped this one out. I imagine we're not gonna have anything, but if nothing else, it's gonna have me weed eating, so I know they're working. I took that other one home, it seemed to be working fine. I guess I just wasn't catching anything. All right, so we cleared out this new trail. I mean, it's not a new one. I needed to clear it for a while. And it was a pretty tough little cookie. It's pretty thick back here, thicker than the other trails for sure. But got it opened up, and hopefully now I can keep it maintained. I'll eventually get in here with my Sawzall and kind of get it cleaned up a little more. But got this little corner cleared out. Didn't do much more on that. Getting ready to work our way back here. So let's grab this one, see if we got anything on it other than me weed eating. All right, got that one swapped out. Down to 5% on my camera battery here. That's looking pretty good. Definitely opening up some room, folks. All right, then got all the weed eating done on these back trails here. If the battery dies, folks, I appreciate you watching day 44. Got quite a bit done out here today. I wish I would have brought my extra battery, because I felt like I got a lot of stuff cleaned up. I would have liked to have kind of kept for my documentary reasons, kind of video diary if you will. But got this whole area looking pretty good, opened up. I'll eventually clip probably these 3 trees out of here, at least these 2. That one's pretty big, I may leave it. I've got this one here that I need to get in here and Sawzall a bunch of that stuff up out of the ground, and then that'll be cleared out. All right, so here's, oh, got a little spider guard in this one. I think I might have actually seen that thing on one of the videos. Here we go. All right, that one's set. Again, folks, I don't know that we'll catch anything. It's only been a couple of days, but I feel like Want to double check all the cameras are working. And when I came out here this morning, it kind of looked like there had been maybe something nibbling on this. I spilt a bunch of corn right here, but it seemed like there was a bunch of other stuff over here that looks like it might have come on out of there. So maybe we captured something on this one. I'm kind of hoping so. That's this is kind of my new toy, so I'm hoping this caught us something. All right, that one is set. I think that's actually called a deity, I guess. Wasn't quite sure what the name of it was, but anyway, I've got one more camera that I want to get set up somewhere, and I haven't really thought that through yet, but I may try to get it set up in this little area right here, just to see if they're kind of coming in here and laying down. But yeah, I may put it on this tree right here. Now I'm gonna have to keep track of all these SIM cards and make sure I'm not swapping one SIM card for another and all that good stuff, because I'm gonna have about 6 set up here now. So I'm gonna set one up on this tree here. All right, that one should be locked and loaded. Well, that was a pretty good day there, folks. Day 44. It never did get super hot. The machine ran really well. I got my weed eating done, got a lot more opened up, and that's definitely a plus. I wish I wouldn't have ran out of battery on my camera here. Again, I kind of wanted to video going through that new trail and weed eating through there, but that's all right. I'm sure I'll do it again at some point in time. But gotta head out of town in the morning, so I'll be gone for a few days, and then I'm hoping next week to get back out here and probably work on this little area right here, try to get it all cleaned up, and we'll have this whole corner right here, folks, cleaned up. I mean, this thing is it's opening my machine here. It's definitely opening up some space out here, and gonna give me some better ideas of where I want to put my water pump, my power line when I bring it in. And well, my camera finally got tired of me babbling and went ahead and cut me off. So my battery died as I was walking back to the camp there. But day 44, folks, we got quite a bit done. I appreciate you coming along on the journey with me. I got to get out of town for a couple of days, but I'm hoping to get back out there next week, get a few more things cleaned up, keep opening up some real estate. So I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time.